Marathon. Oh, Marathon, the game that has really the community right now. Just dangerous. I mean, dangerous levels of Hopium, myself included. Right now, I'm on dangerous levels of Hopium. I am so excited for this game. And just right off the bat, I don't think there's been another game company that has built up hype like Bungie has for Marathon with this ARG, where people way smarter than me are having to hack into these servers, right? Play around with it, get access to the Discord, share it out for the rest of the community. And now everyone's in this Discord trying to figure out the different bounties, how to solve different things. Because if you watch this clip with Milo, I was there live for it. If you like, there was a website with Traxxas, where it was like satellites, and I'm sure if you know Bungie, you know what I'm talking about. And everyone had to line these satellites up, and when we did, you got the reveal or save the date trailer for it. Here it is.
All right, chat. Here we go. Lock in, everyone. You need to be the most locked in you've ever been. Oh, pending transmission incoming. No, don't cover it up. No. Marathon gameplay reveal, April 12th, baby. Let's go. We did it, baby. Woo! Let's go.
Now, this video, I don't want it to be anything crazy. This is just my 24-hour predictions, because as of recording this, it is April 11th. Tomorrow, April 12th, we're going to get the first ever gameplay reveal for this game, and I am so hyped, right? This is going to be a hero extraction shooter, or a class-based extraction shooter, and I know when you hear the word extract, most of you want to extract and get out of this genre, but Delta Force isn't a terrible game, not my kind of cup of tea. Tarkov, once more, I know the community there absolutely loves the game. It's not my kind of game. I'm just staying open-minded to it, because I'm looking at Bungie's, past works with Halo and Destiny, and I'm like, those are some great games. I sunk my childhood into Halo and my young adult life into Destiny. So I have a lot of faith in Bungie. So this is going to be my predictions. First off, with the runners, we're getting called a class-based system, and I think it's going to work just like Destiny, right? It's on the same engine. I have a funny feeling it's going to work just like Destiny, to where if you pick a Titan Warlock or a Hunter, you can go choose a different, you could be an exo person, you could be a human, you could change the features and really make that class, even though it's all classes, that character within that class is uniquely yours. That is a hope that I have, because I think the customization of characters, kind of making them your own and then playing as that avatar, I just think that's gaming, man. That's just gaming. The second one, is the Mighty Multi-Tool going to be in the game? I think so, because the Mighty Multi-Tool in Destiny is actually from Halo. So if we don't get that same gun in Marathon, I'll be a little disappointed. But that's not going to be a prediction. My prediction around the guns is going to feel very similar to Destiny. Now, I don't think we're going to have, like, any sun-bringing pistols that are shooting out supernovas at the front of our gun. I think Marathon may be a little bit more, I don't want to say grounded, but a little bit more grounded like that, where we're not going to have crazy superpowers per se. But I could definitely feel like the pulse, or the way the pulse rifles shoot, the way the hand cannons shoot, some of the shotguns, just the overall feel of them. I have a funny feeling that gunplay is going to be transferred into Destiny. or into Marathon, and which I'm okay with because I think Destiny straight up has some of the best gunplay or the gun feeling in any game. And I've been playing a heck of a lot of Call of Duty, and that's like the most important thing in that game. And I still think Destiny does it better than Call of Duty does. Now, the goal is obviously to extract, right? And in an extraction shooter, you run in, you find yourself a pistol, you run out, you get your pistol, and you can put it in your little locker, and when you're ready, you can pull that pistol back out and equip it to your loadout. I'm hoping, hear me out, that there's going to be an auction house, just like World of Warcraft. If you guys are familiar with Off the Grid, be able to put it on a global marketplace and say, hey, I want to sell this purple pistol, and I want to sell it for like 100 gold, whatever. I think there's going to be a global auction house. I think that just makes these extraction games feel way more rewarding when you extract something good. Because right now, like in Delta Force, if you wanted to play like in-game Delta Force, you've had to put in a lot of hours, get a lot of like, you know, mid to high end stuff, and every time you go in and play, you got to equip that to, if you want to do that mid to high end you know, game, if you would extract. And I don't think you can really get around that too much, but I believe that there's another level of fun that you can have by going in and trying to find high-end stuff, put it in the auction house, and just make a lot of money, right? I think that's going to be the way. Now, this is just me, because I understand the skepticism around this, but I'm still for it, right? What if there's only a certain number of guns in the game because it's built on a blockchain? So if you see this assault rifle or the mighty multi-tool, since we're all familiar with that one, there may only be 10,000 of them in the entire game. If you're one of the players with one of the 10,000 mighty multi-tools and you put that thing on the auction, you can get whatever the heck you want for it. And I think that just creates a level of fun for the game, a level of engagement that it just it gets me going. It gets the people going. Now, this one is a prediction, but it's off of a prediction, and I'll try to find the video where the dev says this. It's in the original Vidoc that's been taken down, so I don't know if we're going to be able to find it. But there's going to be areas on the map, and I'm just going to close your eyes, and I'm going to paint the space for you. We're running through the waters and the swamp that we've seen through the other trailers. Our boots are hitting water and then mud, and then all of a sudden one of our teammates says, hey, did you guys see that? We all stop and look. And there's this little light off in the dark distance of the forest. So we look around, no one's around us. Boom, we're a squad of stealth. So we just go like we're Jinwoo with our assassin trait, and we just vanish, right? And we're running up to this thing, stealth mode, and we see this light, and we go up and we have to decode this light. Well, this light has like a panel. We're having to decode it, and we're having to decode it like it's the ARG of Marathon. Or we're having to go off, like have a tab off screen, maybe on our phone of like, yo, what does this article say? Yo, go to the new website. Okay, what was the photosynthesis thing for the cat? Like, what is that? And maybe it's a password to get in. Oh my God, that little light that was red, that drawed you in, that caught your attention, it just turned green. And all of a sudden, a server-wide notification goes on and says, X players found a new region. Well, you got the key for that new region. Your ass has to run out with that key, extract. That way you can go back in, get ready, load back up, and explore that area. And it's an area nobody else has access to because they haven't figured out the key yet, right? But if they kill you and they take that key, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna be cool. And I guess what I'm saying is, instead of traditional DLCs where the devs are gonna come out and say, hey, this is Marathon 2.1.1. In this patch, this is going to happen. And this map is going to be added to the game. I think we're going to get patch notes. I'm not saying that they're not going to give us a weekly TWAB. But this week in Destiny, for those who don't know. But I think we'll probably get a TWAM this week in Marathon. But it's not going to be as detailed. It's not going to be as hand-holdy. Because the lore of the game so far, the vibe of the game so far, is the community figures it out. And then the community shares that info. Now, is that basically the devs, you know, delegating the marketing and the patch notes to the community? Sure. I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually think that's a pretty good thing when the community is saying, yo, we will do this. And they do it so well. But those are kind of some of my early predictions. Now, to set my expectations this weekend, April 12th, I think we're just going to get a gameplay reveal. It's going to suck. because we're just going to get so excited, but we're not going to be able to play it. All right, as of recording this is legitimate breaking news. The Marathon Twitch channel has gone live. If you subscribe, you can earn Twitch drops, and this Twitch drop is going to be the Marathon Reveal Runner badge. I'm not saying that's how you're going to get access to the, early alpha playtest or, being able to play. I'm not saying that it is, but I think people are getting that impression, and there's been a lot of subscriptions. But back to the rest of the video. I think we may, if we're lucky, we'll get like an alpha or a beta in May. If we're lucky. Realistically, I think it's going to drop in July. 2 weeks at most. And then we're going to have to wait till October. And I think in October, that's when we're going to get the full release of the game. And it's just because of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Bungie, just like every other corporation, is going to want their Q4 numbers to look good, finishing the year strong. And with the amount of hype they have around this, I have a funny feeling they're going to drop it around the holiday time, which is unfortunate. Now, in that same breath, they have to be aware that Grand Theft Auto 6 is dropping. And if I am a game dev, I am trying to stay as far away from that GTA 6 drop as possible. Because no matter what you do, GTA 6 is like a global event that is going to happen. Marathon's huge, but it ain't a global event kind of huge. It just has all the nerds like myself just fucking tingling in all the right places. But let me know what you guys think of Marathon. Let me know what you guys think of my expectations, my 24-hour predictions. Post your predictions down below. And with that said, make somebody laugh today, because the world's just a crazy, hateful place. And if you could spread the gift of joy, the gift of laughter, you're going to change someone's day and put them on a trajectory to becoming a better person. And it all starts with just one laugh. So with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!